Welcome to EDC Journeys. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up please. Consider subscribing and click that notification bell so you don't miss anything. What's going on, EDC people, and what's our journey this time? Well, it is the KTactical ball bearing folding knife, which is the technical name of it. The links will be in the description below. It's also printed right on the blade if you forget. And on the clip. This will be a brief review because you've already seen me unbox it and do a first impressions. You've seen me beat it up. I've sharpened it up briefly, quickly, including the serrations so that it's pretty good again. And we're ready to do a final kind of thoughts on this. But first, I get a lot of questions about the clover, or the shamrock or whatever, four-leaf clover, shamrock. It's just something I like. I have a lot of Irish heritage in my family. We used to have a cat. My family used to have a cat named Shammy, named Shamrock. And I collect things with shamrocks. And I have plenty of shamrocks on my arm. One of them is a four-leaf clover. If you find it, I would be very impressed. Anyways, back to the point. KTactical ball bearing folding knife. And like usual, I'm working around a tripod, so bear with me here. It has, well, let's just get some measurements right out of the way. How about that? Got an upgraded caliper here, so let's try to get from tip to, let's just say 3.3 on the blade, and about 4.5 on the on the handle. So about 7.8 inches overall. Let's kind of confirm that. Yeah, 7.8 inches. Okay, so I'm sorry about the wind. I am wearing a microphone, but I don't know how it's going to come out. This is the very knife that I did all that beating and pounding with. Okay, so if you look at the top where I was wailing on it with between a baton and then a mallet, there's hardly, I'm trying to cover the microphone a little bit from the wind, there's hardly any damage, if any, to it. In fact, I don't think there really is any. I think what you see here is just kind of like wood chips or rubber from the mallet I got to get out of the jimping. As far as the blade is concerned, just real quick, let's just get this out of the way since the wind will make it a pain in the butt. I have one of those real thin sheets of, like insert paper. I mean, we're talking tissue paper thin here, and it's windy. Okay, that's the straight part of the blade, obviously. Okay, the serrations, I'm not going to be able to really show you the serrations on this. If I had a piece of wood, I could saw through it. But if you look close, I did sharpen the serrations back up, which is a very easy thing to do. There are plenty of videos on how to do it, including one from Neve's Knives, which is excellent and easy. However, I also will be showing people how to do it eventually. So, this knife, overall, my biggest concern when I first got it was the steel. Well, my biggest concern when on the opening was the flipper because I was not doing it right. Now that I know it's a push button and not a light switch, no problem at all. Okay, it deploys just great both with thumb studs and with the bearing. With the flipper. Oh, you also saw a disassembly of this knife. So you saw the unboxing, first impressions, pounding on it, disassembly. You didn't see the sharpening of this particular knife, but you just saw that it's back to sharp. This is the same knife. My biggest concern beyond that was the blade steel being 3CR. Okay, well, here's the deal. You saw what I did with it. You saw the pounding I gave it, and it sharpened right back up. You know, that's the benefit to a lower, to, I don't want to say a lower end steel, but a steel like 3CR, even 8CR, is that it is an easy, 440C. It's an easy steel to strop back if it's little damage, or sharpen back if it's got a little bit of damage. I sharpened it and stropped it. I only did it very briefly though. It could use some more to get razor sharp, but it can pop hair right now, and that's sharp enough for me. And let me tell you, those serrations, they're ready to eat. Okay, so I've got to tell you, first impressions were a little sketchy because of the steel. After use, I'm impressed. It looks kind of cool. There are some small things, fit and finish wise, quality control wise, like the red that surrounds the pivot is not exactly equal. You can see it's thicker here than here. But you're also paying $35 for a tactical folding knife that has what they claim is carbon fiber. And again, full steel liners, a nice deep, well, fairly deep carry clip. It has that wraparound style, so all you see, as I've shown before, is just that top part, which is just perfect to grab. The titanium coating on the blade kind of looks cool. I have no idea, honestly, what protection or significance there is beyond that, but to me, it just looks cool. It's not the standard satin, and it's just pretty cool looking. What else can I tell you? The weight, I believe, I don't have my scale right with me, but I believe it was just over 4 ounces. Um, you know, that's close as far as an ounce per inch on the blade length, but it is, I suppose, technically, scientifically, it's a little heavier than most people would like. But it's not bad. It really isn't. It doesn't feel that heavy to me. In and out of pocket, it's easy. Okay, it's got a springy clip, and the landing zone on it is right on that smooth carbon fiber area. Disassembly uh, is easy if you do it the right way. I kind of did it backwards, making it kind of silly and a pain in the butt, which is why you see that I scratched up the barrels rather than doing both the screws at the same time. I did one and then had to hold the barrel while I did the other. Anyways, watch the disassembly. I'll link that at the end. Very easy to take apart and clean if necessary. You saw if you saw that video where I beat the heck out of it, you saw that it was dirty, filthy, and went through a lot. Literally went through a lot. So I took it apart and cleaned it. It's back to center. The action's just right. It's sharp as you saw. The only negative I can tell you, besides, I do kind of wish the steel was better, but it performed and it sharpens easy, is when the detent on the way back, as Love Them Knives would say, it's a little late to the party. I think I mentioned that once before. You press the liner lock over, and you've got to get it over that detent, and then you're good. So, for example, okay, so if you push it just like this and go, you got to break that detent to get it down, and then no problem. Okay, and I'm sure if I oiled it a little bit better than I did, spent a little more time on it, it would fall shut just fine once you break that detent. So the detent on the way down, the steel could be better. You see, I just light switched it, didn't work so well. I'll push it. This is straight up, no problem. $35. The links will be below. you know, guys, I think it's worth it. And they are coming out with another knife. This is definitely the tactical version because of the serrations, I would say. They're coming out from based on their Instagram. Also, I'll link below. They have a knife called the Katana. The blade to handle ratio. Let's check that out. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, maybe they could get a couple more millimeters, but not much. I think that's pretty much perfect. Because if they did go further, yeah, no, they did it pretty right. Anyways, they have one coming out called a Katana. I am hoping that they send it to me. I'm even hoping that they send me one. I don't care if it's a prototype. I really want to see it. It looks cool, and I want to put it on the channel. This company, it looks cool. It looks like they're really trying hard. They really post a lot on Instagram. They're trying a lot with carbon fiber. They're diving into sunglasses and all kinds of other stuff. Uh, I don't have much more to say on it, guys. You've seen everything I've done and said. I've disassembled it. I've beat it. I've given you my impressions and my final thoughts. It's now up to you. Is $35 worth it for what you're getting here? You know, the only thing that makes me question it is the blade steel. However, you again saw what I did with it and saw, well, you didn't see, but it sharpened right back up fast. So now, because it's serrated, you definitely have plenty of room to keep sharpening the straight portion of the blade, and that belly is beautiful because look how nice and shiny it came back. Because you can use that, it's positioned just right to use, you know, for like feather sticking or whatever. You know, keeping it away from the serration, but that serration gives you room for sharpening. And as far as sharpening the serrations is concerned, that's just easy. Okay. I know people say it's hard and they think that you got to do all kind. It's easy. Look up Neve's Knives. He'll show you how to do it. If not, I'll have a video coming out soon. I'm sorry about this wind. I'm trying to cover the mic. Um, my gosh. Yeah. So if you have any questions directly about this knife, link them or ask below in the comments, and I do get back to everyone eventually. If you see the heart, that means I've at least read it. If I haven't replied it, I will. Um, all the links will be in the description as soon as I can get to that. Anyways, I'll post this probably before I can get the links in, but give me a couple hours to get everything put together and get the links put in. I like it, and here's what I'm gonna do. I've beaten that one. It still looks brand new now, though. But I gave a couple to some other influential EDC people to take a look at, and enjoy. But I have this one here, still in the box. Still in the wrapper. Okay. This is going to be part of the 100 subscriber giveaway. So when I hit 100 subscribers, we'll do a giveaway. And this brand new KTactical ball bearing folding knife, maybe they should come up with a more clever name, but whatever, will be part of it, amongst other things. Okay, so just a little sneak peek at one of the things someone will get at 100 subscribers. Okay, so overall, I give it one thumbs up out of two thumbs up, which is good. I can't possibly give it 2 thumbs up with 3CR, but given the fact that it's 3CR and performed the way it did, and looks the way it does, and acts the way it does, it definitely gets a thumbs up from me. It's a question of, do you want to buy it? It's ambidextrous, left hand, right hand, tip up carry. I could see any kind of EMT, military, law enforcement loving it. I could see any everyday carry person actually. I have learned that this knife could be used for EDC more than I thought it could. Okay, so take care, everyone. This video is now under 15 minutes, surprisingly, and that is all I have to say. Have a great day, and I'll see you later. I hope you enjoyed my final thoughts on the KTactical bearing folding knife. If this gave you anything at all, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Have a great day.